Okay, so welcome back to SwitchCorner. It's Saturday, meaning another edition of our best Switch eShop deals to pick up. This one, budget does not matter at all. We're just looking for the very best of the best, basically. If you're more in the mood for bargain hunting, I'd say check out our Thursday episodes where we break down 10 games under $10 that may just be right for you. This week, though, I've got to say in this video, we've got some absolute gold for you. But before we get into that, last week we had 2 Switch eShop gift cards to give away. We're going to be announcing the winners of those as we go through the video, but first we're going to be doing it all over again. Another 2 $10 gift cards to give away. This week to enter for a chance to win, it's simple. A new topic, leave a comment below with what game or series you would like see come to the Switch and why. For me, it's got to be the Skate or Yakuza series, both are masterpieces. I've sunk hundreds of hours into them over the years, and yeah, I want them on the go, plain and simple. With that though, hit that subscribe button if you love the Switch as much as we do. Over 1,000 of you have done just that in the last month, and it just blows my mind entirely, so just thank you to everyone. And yeah, let's get started. So as always, check the bottom corner for pricing to see if it's available in your region. But our first game, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Trilogy. It's a lot of words. This one though, it's coming in at a steal with 50% off. Taking place over the Great Ninja War, it's the story here that's just incredible. Yes, at its core, it's very much a 3D arena brawler with a ton of characters to choose from, but it's the adventure mode that really separates it. You're exploring this town, pushing the story forward, and just interacting with the locals. The second and third game even include online battles. This collection though, it brings together all DLC, missions, outfits, it truly is complete. Overall then, with stunning visuals that just do the anime justice, great audio work with English or Japanese options, and that story mode that puts most fighters to shame, it's well worth the investment. Also, I've got to say, timing wise, it couldn't be better with the 4th entry launching on the Switch later this week. We'll have a review of that one live day 1. So yeah, make sure to be here for that. We cannot wait for that one. Okay, so next up we've got Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. I ended up finally grabbing this one about 4 or 5 months ago when I came across it cheap physically. I don't know what it was, but the full price, it always felt a little bit steep to me. What a mistake that was. This game's just a bit of a masterpiece, honestly. It's essentially a spiritual successor to Wonder Boy, and then the visuals here, they're only challenged by maybe Shantae for how gorgeous they look. Here though, it's very much in the same vein as those games though. You start as a human warrior swinging a sword around, but before you know it, you'll be transforming into a pig, a frog, a dragon, a lion, each that come with their own unique skill sets that need to be, used. This Metroidvania influenced platformer though has some serious challenge, some creative level design, and yeah, just all round good stuff that I strongly suggest. Plus it's pretty huge, I'd say around 20 hours for a run, so 55% off with this one. It makes it totally worth it. Okay, so let's announce our first winner while we're here. Thank you for everyone who commented with their gaming memories. Loved reading every one of them, loved responding to them as well, and having some conversations going. But our first winner today, congrats, that is Balaji Subramanian. I hope I said that right, sorry if I didn't, but drop me an email, it's in the description below, and we'll get that $10 gift card on its way to you. Second winner, well, let's do a few more games first. So race fans, Fast RMX made it to my top Switch racers list, which I'll link at the end of this video, but with very good reason. It is an incredible piece of work. It takes clear influence as well from the greats of the that futuristic racers like Wipeout. This thing though, it's just fast as hell. The visuals for a game that came to the Switch in 2017 are stunning. It's locked at 60 FPS, and how it's only at like 830 megabyte install size, I have no idea. This one though, feature rich, local multiplayer, online player, single player career, 30 tracks, 15 vehicles, and then of course it's going to bring its own twist to the genre. Here you need to change your engine colour between either blue or orange to get boost off the pads in the track. Choose the wrong colour though and you can expect to be falling to the back of the pack as it slows you way down. This game, in my opinion, was already too cheap at full price, so at 30% off, yeah, even better. It does need a sequel though, I'll give you that much. So under Hero, I think this one went under the radar for many people out there, including myself. I actually ended up grabbing this one a few weeks after release, and it was a real surprise to me. It's not that I was expecting it to be bad, it just has a lot more to it than you might initially expect when you look at the screenshots. Going in, I was thinking, another 2D platformer with a Metroidvania twist, and that's actually really not the case at all. Sure, it has those elements in its exploration, but what makes it really stand out is its approach to the combat. It's using a turn-based setting where you can just attack, dodge and block. Also solid writing, there's a great sense of humour to it all, and there's a lot of variety in the locations you're going to be traversing. 33% off though, it brings this one to a really reasonable price point, and yeah, I'd give this one actually my full recommendation. So next up is a double pack for you in the US. You can pick them up separately everywhere else. I've combined the total cost here for you, but that is Slain and Valveris. This price for this package is just insane, honestly. 60% off makes these two tough as nails action platformers absolute must buys. Now again, I'm saying it tough as nails. You will die, and you will die a lot, but if you're up to the challenge, you should find a whole lot to like here. As you know, you go through kicking and screaming at this game. Old school, there's no doubt about it, but they embrace it. Ultra violent, stunning visuals, and the metal infused soundtrack is just another level. Very few games get that metal feeling so right. So Trubabrook is a point and click adventure for the more old fashioned gamer, shall we say. Having grew up personally on the likes of, like Monkey Island, Grim Fandango, Broken Sword, if you're a fan of any of those, you're gonna be a fan of this one. It's definitely for you. Having started life on Kickstarter though, this Twin Peaks influenced game is a real strong piece of work. On release, I'm gonna say this, it had a few bugs for sure, but you can relax. It has now all been patched and fixed, and it definitely provides the intended experience. Here though, it's telling a tale of an American in a German town after winning a stay there basically, but as with any point and click, things take a turn for the weird very quickly, and you'll soon be out investigating this town and just solving tons of puzzles. It's going to take a little while to get used to point and click systems on the Switch, but once you get that down, there's a lot to like here with some really strong character developments. This 40% discount though today, it takes it to the sweet spot in my opinion, where I can absolutely get behind recommending it to you, or even maybe taking a risk on it. Alright, second winner of the week. Orange Rock 21, sharing a story about Super Star Wars and the graphical power of the SNES, shall we say. Thanks again though to everyone that took part, I really do appreciate it. And as I said, we've got another two $10 gift cards to give away this week. Simple, what port or series do you want to see come to the Switch and why? Let me know in the comments below and I'll announce the winners next Saturday. Alright, so 6 down, 4 to go, and this, it's where things start to get really strong. First up, my risk of the week, something I haven't played, but something I'm going to be picking up myself. I do this every week, but the reason I do this is maybe some of you can tell me if it's good or bad. Maybe some of you will also want to come along for the ride with me and try it out. This week, it's Doraemon Story of Seasons. I meant to pick this one up on release, and I just kept on missing it basically. I'm finally going to do it. It's by far the most expensive game on today's list, but as I wean myself off of Animal Crossing, what better than another just absolutely addictive experience? This one, it's blending the extremely famous manga though with Harvest Moon. Yes, it's a farming simulator with basically a decent sized town for you to explore, work to do, crops to farm and animals to look after. For sure, not going to be for everyone, I know that, but right now, something a bit more chill honestly sounds perfect. It looks beautiful too honestly, so I can't wait to just play this one handheld and go about my farm day, my chores. 30% off, it's not the biggest of discounts on an already, near AAA price point, but there is a demo too on the eShop if you want to, try before you buy. So horror fans, it's your turn. Friday the 13th coming in with 50% off, taking it to a more than reasonable price. Yes, it's not the prettiest game, that's for sure, but what it lacks in looks, it more than makes up for in just sheer adult entertainment. Here it's a simple concept, 4 camp counselors versus 1 Jason. Mainly I've got to say come here for the online. Yeah, it has a few single player bot modes, but it's not worth it just for that, I'll say that now. Online though, it's a blast. Rotating in role randomly, you can kill Jason, simply escape, or hide as a counselor, but then just occasionally you can kill as the legend himself with some truly creative controls. They capture the character here perfectly though, and you get all the DLCs and add-ons. I'd recommend this one gets a place in your library if you can handle some of the, brutal kills and the tension you're going to face here. So my last two, normally I choose one absolute favourite, but this week there was just too many. So you're getting two, if you like it or not. Platforming masterpiece, and that is Cuphead. If you don't already own this, I don't know what you're doing, honestly. Everyone should have this in their collection. In my opinion, this is a complete 10 out of 10 game. It's essentially a boss rush game where you navigate a map and jump into varying insane boss fights. There's the occasional platform segment, but they're very rare with this one. It's just more about one challenging scenario after another, and then the co-op is just incredible. I will say though, don't let the amazing old school like Disney-like visuals fool you. This one, it's probably the hardest game on today's list, where the satisfaction of advancement has got to be your motivation, because if you can't get behind that, you're going to pretty much hate every second of this thing. I don't know what else to say though with this one. I'd recommend this at any price, even if they marked it up, to be honest. Absolute genius game. The visuals, the solid controls, the boss design, the soundtrack. I actually own it on vinyl. I can't find a single fault with this one, so yeah, buy it. 25% off right now. Yeah, that shouldn't honestly matter. Just buy it, add it to your collection. The only thing I'll say is it needs a physical release. Okay, so last up today, a true RPG masterpiece and the best in its own series, Tales of Vesperia, coming in with a huge 60% off. If you're a fan of JRPGs, this definitive edition of a now 12-year-old game deserves to be experienced. It's telling the story of the usual good versus evil. You're basically out to stop the empire that controls an ancient technology. Stunning visuals though, a soundtrack that deserves to be up there with some of the best in the RPG world, and then a great storyline. Also, the combat, just know it's not the traditional turn-based affair you may be used to, but more kind of free-moving and action-orientated. It fits in perfectly though. Most should be happy with it after you get used to it. Buy it now from me basically. I picked it up day one. I played it back in the day when it first released, and I have absolutely no regrets with this one. Once you finish it once, you'll just want to go back and play it again, honestly. And that's it, another week down. Thank you again for all the support we've received over this last month, with over 1,000 of you hitting that subscribe button. You don't know how much that honestly means to me. So yeah, if you ain't one of them already, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. Join our growing family here at SwitchCorner if you love the Switch as much as we all do. Leave us a comment below then with a game or series you want to see come across to the Switch. Enter for your chance basically to win one of those two $10 gift cards. And then this week I just want to give you a heads up, we've got some seriously big reviews for you. We're going to be covering Sunless Seas, MotoGP 20 and Naruto. Can't wait, we'll see you then.